Wuthering Heights is meant to sweep you off your feet with emotion and passion and romance. And although I felt it definitely had moments where it did do just that, I just felt that like I wasn't as swooned as I really wanted or expected to be. And unfortunately, I think that was really just down to one person. Synopsis for those who haven't seen the film. The film follows an intense relationship between Heathcliff, who is played by Jacob Elordi, and Catherine, who is played by Margot Robbie. You first see them as children, which really emphasises the depth of and longevity of their bond. Heathcliff actually grew up working for Catherine's father, who is a horrible brute in the film, you will see. And it really kind of emphasises the dynamic of their stations. Heathcliff was actually a name that was Catherine's dead brother, and she decided to name Heathcliff this because, you know, when she first met him, he was a bit mute, he wasn't really talking, a bit mysterious. So she was like, you know what, your name is Heathcliff. So the beginning of the film really sets the scene as to how their bond really develops, and the fact that they grew up with each other and they just became this really kind of intense couple as they grow up. The cinematography in this film was absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness, the set design, the landscape, the establishing shots. I genuinely was just in awe. It was just visually stunning throughout the whole film. Whoever's in charge of the cinematography did an amazing job with this, because I was completely floored. The costume design as well. Margot Robbie just looks so pretty, and we already know that she's already a very pretty woman, but the way they dressed her was just really, it just fit every scene perfectly. There was actually even one scene where she was confronting Nellie, who was kind of the nanny, the housekeeper who she kind of grew up with, about a certain situation, obviously to do with Heathcliff. And she was dressed in a way that really emulated the mood that she was giving. It was almost like Maleficent. I don't know, like the way, like, it was just this dark outfit, and it was almost as she had something like above her shoulders, and it was just very much set the scene, and it really matched the mood that she was giving. And I just thought, oh my goodness, the costume design was brilliantly done in this film. The scoring was perfect. I think the music really underlined the tension at the right times, and it really took you through the different moods throughout the film. So despite these three main components being done beautifully throughout the film, I believe it's time to get into the performances and explain where it kind of went wrong for me. Margot Robbie, she was excellent. I genuinely felt like she carried the film, and not just obviously because she's the main character, but I really felt like she did well bringing the emotion to the screen. I just wish that was equally balanced with Jacob Elordi. Jacob Elordi unfortunately didn't emotionally grasp me the way I really wanted him to. And this is not to talk down on him as an actor or as a person at all. I just feel like with this performance in this particular film, I wasn't emotionally drawn to him like I wanted to. And I think that's really what affected my perception of the film overall. So although I could see the emotion and intensity on film, I just couldn't feel it. It just wasn't swooning me the way I wanted to. I went into this film feeling like I just want to come out feeling like, oh, I'm just like in pieces of what I saw. And unfortunately, I just wasn't really entirely convinced by his performance. Now, don't get me wrong, Jacob had the right build, he had the right look for this role, and I think he generally came across really well on screen with Margot Robbie. Like, I love the height difference between the two. Just seeing that come across on screen as well. Like, I just think he genuinely was overall the right look. I just also felt that, again, I think there just could have been maybe a little bit of kind of a chemistry between the two. You know, they had some really moving love scenes, and I quite loved that it wasn't overly sexual. I think they made it very, very tasteful in this film, and I really actually appreciate that, because sometimes it doesn't have to be over the top. And I think they did really well in how they filmed and directed the love scenes in this film, and the passion from that. And I think it was just done really well. It's just, unfortunately, there was only small moments where I was moved. But overall, I just wasn't captivated like I thought I was going to be. So to conclude, it was a good film. It was a good film. And I think if you know the book, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and you love romance, you know, this is going to be a film for you anyway. But I don't know, in terms of the intensity and like swooning, I keep using that word swooning, I wanted to feel, it wasn't all there for me. I would give this film a strong 6.5 out of 10, personally, in my opinion. But let me know what you think. If you've gone to see the film, drop down your comments and let me know how you felt. Do you agree with me on some of my points? Or do you think I'm gone completely crazy and I just completely saw a different film to what you saw? Let me know.